welcome to our first edition of Top 10 Tuesdays. So, to kick us off, we will be doing a Top 10 countdown of the best, or what I consider to be, the best Batman stories. Enjoy! Number 10. With terrific art by Jock and Francesco Francavilla, The Black Mirror encompasses Scott Snyder's short run on Detective Comics, and it takes place during the brief time when Bruce Wayne is running Batman Incorporated, but Dick Grayson is still the Dark Knight. Dick begins his career as Batman as the Eternal Optimist, but as he begins to succeed, the corruption of Gotham tries to pull both him and Gordon to the depths of hell. This story is known for pitting Dick Grayson up against the sociopathic James Gordon Jr., son of Commissioner Gordon. With its fantastic art and a psychological thriller story, it's a great one to start the list off. Number 9. The material collected in Batman and Son best encapsulate Grant Morrison's best and most lasting addition to the Batman mythos, Damian Wayne, the love child of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, genetically engineered to be perfect and trained by a League of Assassins. Damian is an excellent character and a source of antagonism throughout the story. In this, Batman shows a personal side to him rarely glimpsed anywhere else, but still reinforcing his code of ethics. Number 8. Jeff Loeb's timeless superhero odyssey pays homage to the look and flavour of classic Hollywood noir films and Batman stories from the Golden Age. It details the case of the Holiday Killer, at the same time exploring the relationship between Batman and Lieutenant James Gordon, and a tale of how an horrible man like Harvey Dent eventually transformed into Two-Face. It is the book that inspired Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Number 7. In Nightfall, Bane breaks out all of Arkham Asylum's criminals to exhaust Batman, and then once he's worn out, he breaks his back over his knee. What follows next is the minor story made this list. Batman hands over the mantle to Jean-Paul Vallée, aka Azrael, who soon loses his mind and starts crewing criminals. Batman must train and rebuild himself from the ground up, return to Gotham and reclaim the mantle from Azrael. The story shows why Bruce Wayne's morality makes him the ideal Batman. It's a fantastic story with some really great artwork, probably not the best artwork, but still enjoyable, and the story more than makes up for it. Number 6. The Court of Owls and Night of Owls was one of the first story arcs after DC retconned their entire line with the New 52. It introduces one of Batman's greatest menaces, the Court of Owls, and their assassins, the Talons. These guys really give Batman a run for his money. The story is gripping, exciting, and the artwork is great. I really love this story, and it deserves a place on this list. It also allowed them to extend the cast of characters in Batman with a fantastic new edition of the Talon. Number 5. One of the best-selling Batman stories of all time, Jeff Loeb's Hush, is a globe-trotting mystery that packs in sprawling fight scenes and some of the best work of Jim Lee's career. The mystery that Loeb tries to weave is never really gripping, especially with an ending that is pretty obvious from the start, but the way it gets into Batman's head is perfect. And where Loeb's plots begin to wear a little thin, the flashy art by Jim Lee should be enough to keep you going. The pages get turned pretty fast, and there's a huge cast of characters in this, but it really is great, and certainly one of the quintessential Batman stories. Number 4. In Year 1, Batman and Gordon arrive in Gotham around the same time, both carrying a lot of baggage. Though they spend the year making their fair share of mistakes, they form an uneasy partnership, one that will last throughout their careers. Whenever a new Batman movie is announced, the first question is always, who's the villain? And yet the best Batman story of all time remains the one that features no marquee villains. It's a great story and probably my favourite origin story of Batman. It's a story about two men trying to do right in a city where nothing ever goes according to plan. Number 3. Throughout the illustrious career of the Caped Crusader, one failure has continued to haunt him: the death of Jason Todd, aka the Second Robin. And that's exactly the story that Jim Starlin's A Death in the Family set out to tell. After fans have grown weary of the Jason Todd version of Robin, DC decided to leave his fate up to the comic book readers everywhere. By setting up 2 hotlines, fans could vote whether or not they wanted Todd to be killed off by dialing the appropriate number. After the votes were tallied, it was quickly revealed that the country wanted Todd dead. It is one story that has had a long-lasting effect, and I for one have much preferred the stories of Jason Todd as the Red Hood since this time. Number 2. By putting the spotlight squarely on the Joker in his psychologically intense bloodshot, Alan Moore forever changed the relationship between the Caped Crusader and his fiercest villain, the Joker. It details the story of the home invasion by the Joker, where he paralysed Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. By peeling back the deranged layers of the Joker's twisted psyche, Moore succeeded in rationalising how the sensuous nature of the world could turn a seemingly normal man into a homicidal supervillain. It's one of the most violent and iconic stories in the Batman canon, and is truly a great story. It was also the inspiration for Heath Ledger's take on the Joker in The Dark Knight. I truly love this story, and it was hard not to put it at number 1. And finally, number 1. Either one of the top 3 on this list could have landed a number 1 spot, but Neither New Hashtag is going with Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Not just because it's the best Batman story on here, but because it's all round one of the best comics ever published. Setting its sights on a futuristic Gotham City and an aging Bruce Wayne, Miller's magnum opus is a neo-noir tragedy with hints of social commentary and a metric ton of action on every page. The script is dense and thought-provoking, the art is seedy and iconic, and there are plenty of moments that will stick with you well after you finish reading. This title came at a time when DC was ripe with ideas that would change the industry, and decades later, writers are still trying to top this masterpiece. The climactic battle between Superman and Batman is one of the most iconic battles in comic book history, and the inspiration for the upcoming Dawn of Justice, Batman vs. Superman. It's a fantastic comic, and I cannot stress that highly enough. Hope you enjoy it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rundown of what I consider to be the top Batman stories throughout its history, mainly from the 80s, because I felt that was the best time for Batman. If you did like it, stay tuned. There will be another video posted about the top 10 Superman stories from the comic books. Also, please like and share the video if you enjoyed it, because you want to get that out there as far and wide as possible. And leave any comments. If you disagree, let me know. If you agree, excellent. Either way, we like to hear from you. So, like, comment, share, and also subscribe, because I plan on doing a lot more videos. Talk to you soon. Until next time, keep hashtagging.